headache to do that. But yeah, we're
And
playing
I'm in the background.
Yep.
Just play. I'm in the background playing Warzone while giving commentary because I have an opinion and it's better than his.
I mean, he's not wrong. Man, I have serious
No,
white boy
yeah.
energy.
Yes, you do.
Just the you're not
Well,
wrong.
like, isn't that-
That's fair.
No, you give me seriously white boy energy when you start praising Eminem like he's Tupac.
Bro, what are you talking about? Eminem is so mediocre.
Or not Eminem, MGK, Machine Gun Kelly.
Also,
That's
MGK is not Tupac. He's just good.
Hey, your opinion is your opinion, even if it's wrong. But I mean,
Your opinion is your opinion, even if you're entitled to your own wrong opinion.
yes.
Dude, bro. People when what's his name?
Okay.
What was the guy's name that reviewed like Last of Us 2 or something? Donkey, when he reviewed Last of Us 2 and people were like death threatening him.
No, it wasn't Tilu. It was Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was where people were like, "Fuck you, man! I hope you die in a fire! I'm gonna kill your wife and your family!" And it's just
Jeez.
like, bro, it's just like, bro, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. Hell, I don't even like the original one. What makes me think I'm gonna like the remake?
I've never played the remake because it's only on PS4 and I've never owned a PS4.
Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, there's not really any reason to buy one at this point.
What did he hit?
Okay.
What did this man hit? Also, I totally forgot Final Fantasy VII Remake was a thing until this month because of the Game Awards and what the new character they announced.
Dude, I totally forgot. We've actually had some pretty big. We've had a lot of big games come out this year.
On the other side of that fence.
Like
The
games
two
that.
biggest.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go first. You were talking.
There's a lot of games coming out that seems like were in the making for a while, like FF7, and Tilu, stuff like that.
Right.
Oh, and Cyberpunk, obviously. A lot of really hyped games.
Right. Two of which ended up being a major disappointment.
Yeah.
aka Tilu 2 and Cyberpunk. Although, you know what? I will say this. I think Tilu 2 is probably the one that lost a lot of its hype. Like, disappointed a lot of people the most. Mainly because people were just so upset about how that story finished off for that game. Because, you know, it was
Can you
leaked.
still get banned for the spoilers for that game?
No. The game
'Cause I
has
remember
been
that
out
being
for
a
months.
thing, like right when it came out.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because the game was already spoiled for everybody because the entire game got leaked.
Oh yeah, I remember about that because I tried doing a podcast with, again, I mentioned the guy before we started streaming. His
Right.
name is Some Game Critic. You should actually check him out on YouTube. He's like a year older than us. Dude's actually really funny and really good at editing. Like, I genuinely think he's gonna be as big as like at least like PBG or Pro Jared. Hopefully not
Right.
for the same. His name is also Jared, ironically. He's actually a pretty cool guy. You should check out. Everybody go subscribe to Some Game Critic. He made a really good Spider-Man Miles Morales video. I think, was it Miles Morales? Oh no, Spider-Man PS4. My bad.
Right. But what were you gonna say about him and Tilu?
Oh yeah. Wait, about Last of Us 2?
Yeah, I thought you were trying to make a connection with him and Tilu.
I forget what
Like,
you
as
said
if-
that reminded me of Jared.
I was talking about how that entire game Tilu 2 got leaked and it
Oh,
disappointed someone.
right. Okay, so we tried doing a game news podcast a while back, but he made a mistake where he was recording it and playing Discord from his speakers, so it had like an annoying looping effect and we couldn't edit it out. And I mean it was a good idea. I think like I might be willing to try it again at some point. But
Yeah.
But yeah, we were gonna talk about the leak for a while, but then I was like, oh yeah, we actually can't like mention that at all because it's literally like we will actually get banned. It was during that time. Oh,
Yeah,
Armani,
well,
watch this. When you're, I'm gonna wait till you're watching this VOD, but Goatsy.
mhm.
I say Goatsy every time I stealth kill a guy because it looks like you're shoving a mason jar up their ass.
Okay.
Do you know what Goatsy is?
No.
Oh, it's this. So there's a website called goatsydance.com. Don't look it up. Like, don't. It's just a video. It's just a picture of a guy with a mason jar in his ass, and it shatters in his ass. And in the background it's playing da dee da dee dee do do dee da dee dee do.
That sounds like fucking cancer.
Yeah, it is. Don't look it up.
Well, I'm gonna look it up.
Ooh,
once
key
I'm
item.
Once I'm not fucking doing this Warzone match. But anyways, like I was gonna say,
Let's go.
I don't think you could have gotten banned.
Time out.
Well, it kind of depends on how much content you share. Like, if all you did was just discuss it, but not really show anything, you wouldn't get banned, but I'm pretty sure if you showed something, you would have definitely gotten banned.
Yeah.
So. But still, either way, like, I'll tell you right now, had that leak not came out, 99% of people that play TLOO 2 would not be as disappointed. Because, you know, they would have just been disappointed as they played the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sick. The VOD's uploaded to YouTube, so if you want to watch the Among Us thing later.
Oh, bro, I'm about to put that on the fucking Cool Kids Club server.
When retards play Among Us. It's such a perfect title, too, because that was just pure chaos. Oh my god, can I disable that?
What's it called? I might be streaming in a little bit with my little brother. I'm gonna play the godforsaken, absolutely sinful game of Fortnite. Because, you know, my little brother wants to play with me because I haven't talked to him in like over 2 years. So, I might head out soon.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at this, they have like a little article thing about live streaming directly from Stadia. Which is neat, but I'm not gonna.
Directly from what?
Stadia. Like how you can with PS4. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just looking to see if there's a way I can disable this notification because like I know my connection's a little bit spotty right now.
I'm pretty sure Stadia makes it pretty easy to stream through YouTube.
Oh, that is so
wait,
creepy.
you're not...
There's a life-size mannequin doll that looks exactly like the main character.
Sweet.
I will say this is actually so far a really good horror game.
Only problem is it's on Stadia.
Emily, are you there?
I get the feeling it'll eventually get a next gen, or it'll eventually get a port to consoles once Stadia bites the dust.
What is this place? This can't
What is this place? Sorry, there's an achievement called "What is this place?" and I wonder if that's a reference to Resident Evil.
Emily?
Armani, you know the song "Guilty
Maybe.
Conscience"?
By Eminem.
Yeah, and Dre.
Yeah.
You know the lyrics?
No.
Me neither.
And I wouldn't sing it. I wouldn't sing it for DMCA reasons. I still think that law that you told me about is really fucking dumb. Whoever, I swear to God, whoever came up with that law needs to be fired. Or
What
something.
law?
Or that thing that you
Oh,
told
the
me about. Where
DMCA
it's like,
law? Yeah.
yeah, that whoever came up with that idea needs to be fired, like on the spot.
I should stream some more Bloons Tower Defense again. That was the most viewers I've ever had on a stream was when I was streaming Bloons Tower Defense battles. I had 10, I think 12 complete strangers at once on my stream. And I got 10 new follows in one stream, streaming Bloons Tower
Was
Defense.
she hiding here all this time?
It was insane. Not that, like, the
Ooh,
numbers really
dude.
matter, but it was weird.
Dude, you know what we should stream though?
Hmm.
Paladins.
I'm down.
Hiding here all this time?
Bro, I gotta download that game again. I'll probably download for my PS4 since my Switch wants to be a little... I can't say that word right now.
What, Switch bitch?
No, the F word.
What, a little... Oh, the other F word.
That F word. Yeah,
I thought you
know,
meant
the
fuck.
one that... No. You know, the one that's very discriminatory towards the gays.
The
Yeah, I
one
can't
that
say
none of
that
us
word.
would ever say unironically because that's a horrible, horrible thing to call someone. Sorry, just covering my ass. I'm just kidding. I do mean that, though. Like actually calling a gay person...
My guy, I don't call gay people that. I call retards that.
Armani can say that. He's got the R-word pass. And by R-word pass, I mean...
I got the R word pass and the A word pass, aka autism.
Yep.
I am autistic, so I can make fun of my own race. Yes, autistic people are their own fucking race. We will take over of white and black people.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
Black
excited
Lives
for
Matter?
that.
Nah.
Whoa, Armani, don't be
Whoa.
saying nothing about that. That actually
Yeah,
will...
yeah, you know why? Because autism lives matter, that's why.
I mean,
yeah,
they
get
do,
the fuck out of here.
but Black Lives Matter is
No, I'm
actually
just-
an important thing, so don't, like, I'm
I'm
genuinely serious, be careful
Twitch, if you fucking ban him for some shit like that, just know I will sue you. Just remember that. I will sue.
Armani will personally sue you with his team of lawyers.
I will personally sue you.
The Sonic
I want
community
you-
will show up at your front door.
It's another strange...
We will make terrible Sonic fan art that involves your shitty company.
Being
Just remember
inflated
that,
by
Twitch.
Tails.
Don't worry. We'll go after your big brother Amazon too. Don't worry, because Twitch is owned by Amazon. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
So we'll also go after Amazon, and they'll give us all free Xboxes and PlayStations. So then we'll do a massive giveaway. You know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, hit the follow button and raid the stream to get the chance to win an Xbox Series X. I'm kidding.
Okay, no, seriously. So on Instagram, there was this celebrity who I guess does like a Christmas thing every year, where like he goes around the neighborhoods of like really shitty places and gives away presents.
Yeah.
His idea is that Microsoft and Sony should team up together and give all of the kids that are in these really like terrible neighborhoods, like in the hood or whatever, give them all Xbox Series X's and PlayStations to keep them at home. I was like, you know what?
That's
As
sweet,
much as
but
I think-
like, how would they, like how would they afford games for that?
Well, I'm assuming they would obviously come with like a game or something, like maybe Call of Duty or something.
Or the
just
greatest game
leave
ever
the-
made, Cyberpunk 2077.
What? It looks like this...
Something like that, or they just like like give them a console and be like, hey, you get like let's say like for example, let's say if Microsoft went through this idea, they give them like a year of Game Pass for free or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it would be good
like,
publicity.
I would do that shit. I
Or
would do
even
that
if
I
they
had my
had
own
like
game.
a 10% of the proceeds from the Xboxes you buy go towards this charity or something.
Right. Like, bro, like Microsoft, like maybe I don't know about Sony because Sony's kind of a mixed bag, but I know Microsoft definitely has the money to do something like that. So that'd be a pretty awesome idea, honestly. Shit, I'm down for that idea. And then I loved how one guy in the comments section, he goes, yeah, because fucking all these poor kids have to work, are wanting an Xbox when they're trying to get food or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, I mean, the
That's not
sad
the-
part is, if they did do that, a lot of those parents would probably end up selling the console for drugs.
yeah, but like that's not the argument that he's trying to make. Is that kids need more than just that. But the celebrity's argument is, listen, I don't care what they need. I just want them to stay at home so that way they're safe and they're
Mhm.
not under bad influence.
Well, right, and it's like,
That's-
you never read the story of the blue suede shoes? Like, you know that story where the lady, like, where he tries to steal the lady's purse so he can buy a pair of blue suede shoes even though he's
Right,
homeless?
right.
Like, the point of that story
Right.
is that, like, even people who are poor and homeless, they still, like luxury is an essential part of being alive.
Right.
Not to a
So-
ridiculous extent, obviously, but just having nice things is nice.
Right. So that's his goal. Is like that was his goal anyways. Is they'll be like, hey, you know, these poor kids who really don't have a lot, they should be able to get these consoles for free. Just give them to them to keep them at home. So, I think it was a pretty wholesome idea, and some jackass was just jealous because his stupid fat ass can't fucking find a PS5 or an Xbox anywhere. So.
Dude, what about that
But-
artificial scarcity? Am I right?
Oh, speaking of that, Walmart just blocked about 20 million orders yesterday that were from scalpers.
Dude,
In under 30 minutes. In under 30 minutes, by the way, might I add.
dude, Walmart is a gamer.
Yes, they are gamers.
Dude, like,
And
actually,
they
everybody go buy
make-
stuff from Walmart now because that is fantastic. I'm so actually genuinely happy to hear that.
Yeah, so what they're doing now is now on their website they're implementing software to prevent scalping from happening.
Right, like you
Since
can only
they
buy
work-
one
since-
per IP address or something.
Right. So, and on top of it, all of their orders now are online only. So,
For
Yeah,
PS5 specifically or for everything?
I think it's for everything at this point because they've also been getting complaints about what's it called Xboxes too. So, what they've done now is they've implemented a bot thing on their website to
Well,
where
no, sorry, I misspoke. I mean, is it just for game consoles or is that for their entire store?
I think it just might be for game consoles. So, the way how it works is they basically installed a patch to their website to where it'll detect if a bot is trying to buy something off of their website. It'll detect to see how many orders they're placing, and if they realize that it's too ridiculous, like it's over like maybe like what, let's say 5 consoles or something like that, they will block the order. So, yeah, they blocked about 20 million orders in under 20 in just 30 minutes alone. They blocked 20 million orders. Imagine
Jeez.
how many more they just blocked.
Imagine how many people
So-
are actually going to be able to get PS5s because of Walmart being gamers.
So,
Like, oh my
if that's the case, if they're really true on their word and they really meant what they meant, in that fucking announcement that they made yesterday on Twitter, I will go buy a console at Walmart.
Dude, I'll
I don't
just
give a fuck if.
buy something at Walmart. I feel like we have an obligation to show support. Because, like, they have nothing to lose from letting scalpers scalp.
Right.
Because, like, you know, they don't... Either way, you're selling... Like, the consoles will get sold. And if you have, like,
Right.
oh, these 20 million consoles will be sold immediately... Like, most companies would be like, oh, sick. But Walmart's like, nah, fam, that's really, really shitty of you. And that I feel like they deserve our money.
Well, remember, Walmart's catering to the customer, not to scalpers.
Right, because Walmart's
So-
main demographic is customers. Oh shit!
Like-
I'm out of battery. Ah! Shit.
So yeah, so it's like if you have all these scalpers buying this console, yeah, of course customers are gonna get pissed off, and they don't want to piss whatever consumer base that they have, which is a big one. So, yeah, of course they're gonna start caring about this stuff. They'll lose money, even if they are getting money from the scalpers. They'll lose money in the long run. So yeah, but
may have to
Wait,
blind
hold
this
up.
guy again. Oh shit!
wait, hold up a minute. You can't play Fortnite on PS5? Wait, what? Oh, because it's its own version. That's right. Forgot.
Do you know
I have to
anybody that has a
re-download
next gen
Fortnite just
console?
for. Yeah, I know a couple people actually. My friend Kanye has an Xbox Series S. And like 3 of my other friends that I
Yeah.
have on PlayStation.
Technically,
I
I'm
know.
gonna have this Christmas a next gen console.
You already own one. It's called a PC.
Well, yeah, but like I have a 1060 in here. That's not gonna hold up for like ray tracing.
But still, you already have an Xbox. It's called a PC.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll use that to play
But,
any Xbox exclusives. I'm
Um,
gonna get Game Pass again when the new Halo comes out. Good on them for delaying that, by the way. I'm so proud of all the consumer-friendly stuff that's happening.
yeah, it's about time it's happened in the gaming industry for a change. Especially after what we went through with EA and Activision. With their shitty business practices.
Yeah, and everyone is sucking off China.
Dude, we need to come together as an entire planet and just fuck up China, bro. Fuck
Armani,
China.
is the entire planet.
My friending, just because they have the biggest population in the world does not mean they can't be taken down. My guy, we could get all them Indian motherfuckers, we could get all the little Mudahars together with us Americans, us Southern Americans, and fucking Europeans and Asian people, real Asian people, and fucking take down China and North Korea. That's what we need to do. We need to take the two bad apples of this planet. I don't care how we do it. I don't care if we gotta make some bullshit Fortnite mech or something, but let's do it. I'm ready.
Go Super Saiyan on their ass.
Facts.
Or we can just stop
I wish
buying
my bro-
everything China makes.
That's impossible because China makes a lot of stuff.
China makes literally everything. And by China, I mean those little underpaid Chinese immigrants.
Right. So, it's like everything that you own in your house right now is most likely come from China.
China, Taiwan, India. Taiwan's actually a really big manufacturer. They have one of the world's worst child labor problems, and people exploit the shit out of that. And I say exploit, but like if we didn't make stuff with child labor, it'd be a lot more expensive. So like, you know, the $4 I save on shaving cream is worth people ruining their lives. You know.
Is she?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't
Yeah,
shave.
I know. I know. The point is that we live in a shitty planet and we take advantage of kids. But
Dude, we're actually going towards that cyberpunk future.
I know, and it's scary. It's really scary. I don't want to go to that future.
If that's true, then in 6 years, Moist Critical is gonna bomb a building, because that's what Keanu Reeves does. I guess it could be Keanu Reeves also, but I always pictured Moist Critical doing it because he looks more like Johnny Silverhand than Keanu Reeves does.
This will come in handy.
Well, that's also because Keanu Reeves is way older now.
Yeah, he's getting old. Weird to think that The Matrix is actually a pretty old movie at this point.
It's aged pretty well, I think.
I haven't seen it actually.
I think it's aged well mainly because it's still talked about to this day.
Oh, dude, we gotta watch
And-
Animatrix one of these days.
What?
The
Wait,
Animatrix. Yeah, they made The Matrix into an anime.
Maybe I can.
That sounds bad.
It's a DVD thing, and it's a bunch of shorts. And it was never made just to cater to somebody. They made it just because they wanted to make an animated Matrix thing. So it's just a bunch of in-universe little short things, and I've heard it's really, really good, and I own it on DVD, but I've never seen it.
Maybe we should check it out then one day.
Yeah, I will not stream it to the Discord one day, because that would be illegal, and I don't break the law.
Get the fuck out of here. We watched the entire Spider-Man trilogy on Discord.
Yeah, okay, but that had Tobey Maguire doing that had Emo Parker.
So because it had Emo Parker, that's not illegal. But when it's anything else, illegal.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna care that we were watching Emo Parker. Dude, was that or was that not your favorite thing you've ever seen, ever? Dude, Mary Jane in those movies is literally one of my least favorite characters in anything ever.
Yeah, she was the one that was that bitch I kept complaining about like the entirety of the entire trilogy, right? The one that always treated Peter like shit. Oh my god, dude, There's a rumor going around that that actor might be coming back, and if she does, oh man, am I ready to shit all over her face. I am so ready. Like, bro, I cannot stand her skanky ass, bro.
And it wasn't really the actress's fault. Like, she was fine. It was just the character they wrote.
No, if anything, the actress did a good job of making me want to hate her. And
Yeah.
that's so
Dude, why
I don't
didn't
know the
Peter
name of
just
her.
end up going out with Gwen Stacy? She was so much cooler.
That was the lady that was in the apartment, right?
Oh yeah, dude, the Jewish girl. He should have gone out with the Jewish girl.
Yes.
That like made him cookies and shit. Dude, she was so nice.
She was so nice and sweet, you know. She seemed like a loyal girl, and he goes, Nah.
I want Mary
want the
Jane, who
bitch to
kisses
be
literally
mine."
every male character in the movie and then gets mad at me for doing a thing as Spider-Man.
Facts, dude. 110%. Spitting out straight facts over here.
Dude,
Like,
that character is literally the worst ever. That Jewish girl was so nice, though. She was literally like giving him cookies and like she was so happy just to hang out with him.
Pretty bad shape.
Like, bro, like, dude, I expected something to go down between those two by the third movie, but like, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah.
No, but you know who I also can't stand? Peter's friend, the one that ends up trying to seek revenge on him for no reason. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
talking
dude, that's
about, right?
so stupid. And then the butler's just like, yeah, so yeah, your dad killed himself. Your friend had nothing to do with it.
Oh my god.
And then they're just
dude.
like, okay, we're friends now. It's like, why did you not just why did you not say that earlier before they both tried to kill each other?
Oh man, dude, those movies are so good.
Those movies are so
good
cheesy and I love them.
Yes. If anybody fucking tells me they hate the original Spider-Man trilogy, you best believe I'm calling.
It
I'm
is the
calling
best
police.
one for all the wrong reasons. It's just
Now Spider-Man is just cringy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cheesy,
Yeah.
but not in the good kind of way.
except like
like-
the PS4 game. The PS4 game's good.
No, I'm talking like the movies, like
Yeah.
the movies.
Except Spider-Verse.
with
Spider-Verse was a good movie.
No, I'm talking about anything with Tom Holland in it.
Yeah, MCU Spider-Man was really underwhelming.
Oh, it was so bad.
Things and maybe I can throw something at it.
Ah, dude,
But yeah.
this game's actually really impressing me with some of its level design here. So you can get from vending machines, you can get soda cans to throw to distract enemies, and they're using a ton of puzzles where you need to get the soda cans that you would usually throw to distract enemies, and just on your own, like learn to like use them in puzzles where it's really obvious. Like there was a button across like a little like there was like a busted wire, and it was in like a little pool of it was in like a little pool of water, so you couldn't get over to it to hit the button, and then the thing collapses behind you, so you're trapped. Which really helped, because if I hadn't been trapped, I would have assumed I just couldn't come there yet. But since you're trapped, you think, okay, what do I have access to? And there's like a can thing, but there's no enemies nearby. And it's like, oh, that's weird. So you use a can and throw it across the pond at the button, and it works.
Oh, dude, sick.
That's super intuitive, and I like how it wasn't just, you can also use cans to solve puzzles in like a pop-up. You know?
Yeah. So, that seems pretty cool.
And this has a really nice like open world / backtracky design like Silent Hill that I'm really, really digging. I actually really like this game.
Bro, you should be a marketing person for Stadia.
Dude, I'm telling you, Google Senpai, sponsor me. Goog's Chan.
Sponsor me, and I'll give you all the data you need.
Okay, Google, I'm not gonna lie, even if you sponsored me, I would still not use your browser because it's kind of infested with malware, but still, you know.
What wait, aren't they getting your data anyways because you're fucking using Stadia right now?
Yeah, but I'm
like-
running it through Brave browser, which blocks pop-ups and stuff, and it runs fine inside of it. It blocks like trackers and everything. So I'm good. Like here, if I just to show you on VOD, Future Armani, this thing right here is blocks there are all the trackers and other stuff of that nature, and you can turn it off if it doesn't work, but it works fine with this with Stadia. Of course, they'll be getting my info through Chromecast, but like, the hell are they gonna dig up for my Chromecast? Like, oh, he watched The Office. He watched Shrek 347 times. Yeah, what of it?
Well, that, and also, like, for let's say for some reason if you use your Chromecast for, like, YouTube, they'll know what kind of stuff you're watching, which they're probably already doing now. And at that point, because of that, they'll track what you're watching and they'll advertise you specific products.
Yeah,
so, like,
I block what I can.
You know, so it's like, it's unavoidable getting your tracked by Google, stuff tracked by Google and stuff like that, because it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere, but like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, can I just say, Black Ops 3 multiplayer sucks ass. I don't know why I'm playing this right now. That's
You're
how you know
Black
I'm
Ops 3 multiplayer?
Yes, I am, and it's so bad.
It's not good
really
at
bad.
all. It's like playing Destiny.
I will give people credit to the people that actually are really good with this mechanic shit, like the, what do they call it? The futuristic stuff that's in Black Ops 3. What is it called?
Oh, I don't know if there's a name for it, but
you know what I'm talking about, right? The jetpack
like the
and all that
jumping
stuff.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So just saying to the people, because I've seen some people that are really pro at that shit. Like, shoutouts to you if you're good at this stuff, but like, this is not Call of Duty. Like, this to me just feels like I'm playing a bootleg Titanfall.
Yeah.
That's how bad it feels like right now.
I've played it. It's not great. It's not good either.
It's not the worst thing though. It could be Infinite Warfare.
It's kind of the ukulele of multiplayer Call of Duty.
The main reason why I'm not shitting on it so much right now is because I'm not having a bad experience, but I'm also not having a good one either. It's kind of in the middle. It's just something to make me go brain dead. But, you know, it's not Infinite Warfare, which is just absolute hot garbage.
Gucci. Alright, this guy is a problem, so
oh yeah, speaking of Stadia, I forgot to tell you that I renewed my subscription
to Stadia
yesterday. Pro? Yeah, I didn't renew it, but I got the trial for it.
Oh, dude, sick. You gonna play Guilt?
I might. Well, no, because what's it called? I'm using a new account now, so any stuff that I had on my old account, it's gone now. So
you only have stuff. Well, you can claim Guilt with Stadia Pro.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, it comes. You get a ton of games for free with Stadia Pro.
Oh, then I'll probably play Guilt then. But the main game I'm really curious to play right now is Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, it actually it's a little weird at first. I wouldn't be able to put words to it because I'm not a tech person, but it runs
right.
From what it runs well. I'm not sure exactly what it is that looks weird, but it runs smoothly. If that makes sense, you'd have to see it.
Well, like, here's the thing. I know that game doesn't look graphically appealing on all the other versions, like on the console versions, because I know the console versions were optimized last minute for that game, so that's what the console versions look like shit. But I don't care what it looks like. I just care if it runs fine, and if there's not enough input lag.
There was a lot at first, but after like a minute, after like my connection kind of got in the groove, it was golden. Stadia has about as much input lag as playing a game on a console.
Well, let's see if I can play Stadia on my phone right now.
I wouldn't. I mean, unless you have a controller at the ready, it's pretty ass.
I have a controller at the ready.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I was gonna say
that's not it. I just want to make sure that I can actually play it on my phone, because that's going to be the main way I play this, because I can't play it on my school computer.
Right.
Because for some reason they decided to block the Google Stadia website. So.
Oh yeah. The school I go to also does that.
Wait, they gave you your own personal computer for school?
No, the email.
No.
You can't run Stadia through my school's email.
Oh, got it.
There's no second meaning behind
So-
that. I'm just really being careful not to say the name of it and just go to my identity to Google and the rest of the world.
Right.
I gotta stop watching Mudahar. I keep saying Goatsy all the time.
Alright, I'm downloading the Stadia app. Right.
Whoa, what the?
Ah!
Oh, it works.
Jesus!
Hey, before you say anything, I'm
What?
streaming to Twitch, so don't say anything that'll get me banned, and don't say anything that'll, you know...
The N-word. Oh.
Damn it. I guess the
Armani-
world, we
No.
died.
Armani said so. Armani said say the N-word, and I...
No, you didn't say it. You didn't say it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Okay,
it.
do it. Do it. Just say nigga. Nigga.
Armani's
it.
Mexican, so
Nice.
I have no comment.
Come on, don't be a...
Nigeria, bro.
You're...
You really think gonna say it?
Fuck, man! Come on! Don't be a pussy! Come on!
I'm being a pussy. Fuck you.
My god, if even... Burke could even probably do it if he really had the guts to do it. I know he could do it.
He ain't going.
Come on, man. Oh, really? Oh, now I'm about to
No.
prove your ass wrong so hard right now.
You're sleeping right now. Don't wake him up.
That kid is not sleeping right now.
That's why he's not. He's things set to idle. That means he's not online.
What's that
It's
mean, he's
always set
sleeping?
to idle. It's usually set to idle around this time because he's usually
Oh,
doing
no.
something.
Yeah, cause he's busy.
Busy being
But anyway.
gay! Got him.
Cyberpunk mods. Cyberpunk.
Cyber gay.
Anyways, I'm downloading
Did you s-
Stadia on my
Did you-
phone. What?
Did you see what happened with Cyberpunk?
No?
Yeah, that they
They
took it off the
fucking named me.
PlayStation
Yeah.
Store.
Oh, they did?
Yes, I checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked it on my
Sony
PlayStation
made on it.
today.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I
See,
checked-
what happened was that CJ Project Red, they were basically like, yeah, you know what? We're not giving you a refund if you played an hour of our game. Well, sorry. And then you know what happened? You know what fucking Sony took things into their own fucking hands, and they're like, we're gonna give people a refund if they bought the game and have like a receipt of their copy. But we're also going to take it off the fucking store, which is causing a lot of controversy because,
It's
you know,
unplayable.
Well, kinda.
Yeah,
That's
it's
kinda
unplayable,
How it went down.
but it's causing
That-
controversy because they didn't do the same actions with Fallout 76, which was infinitely worse than Cyberpunk. Let's be real.
No. Cyberpunk on on PS4 and Xbox One is so much worse than Fallout 76. And I never thought I'd say something is worse than Fallout 76 in terms of glitchiness.
Well, see, the problem with Fallout 76 is that game was just bad in general. That game was just bad all around. It had a bunch of
Right.
problems.
The
on
problem
every.
with Cyberpunk, though, is that they falsely advertised it.
That's the main issue. And not to mention, the only reason why Sony even took it down in the first place was the fact that, okay, because Sony has a weird policy with refunds where if you play a game for a certain amount of time, and on top of it, even if the game has technical problems, they don't give you a refund unless they take it off the store entirely. But because Cyberpunk is such a mess on console right now, Sony decided to take it into their own hands and just said, you know what, we'll give you all a refund and we'll just take this game off the store so nobody else buys it. Because what CD Projekt Red was trying to do was they were like, hey guys, we'll give you a refund, but you have to talk it out with Sony. And since Sony was being a little bitch about it, because they didn't know what was going on with the game, I'm assuming, that's why they decided to take matters into their own hands and just take it off of the store entirely. Which is a smart business move if, you know, because they don't want people playing the PS4 version and just shitting all over Sony and PlayStation,
They don't want
you feel me?
PS4 brand associated with that game. It makes the
Right,
PS4 seem
right.
like a crappy last-gen console.
It's
Right.
really the game's
Because
not literally
so
as
many
bad as people
people
say it is.
So many people are
It's not a
viewing
bad
Cyberpunk.
game. Trust
It's
me,
not.
it's not a
Time out.
it's not a bad game. That's
So many
not the
people.
argument people are
It's-
making.
But the thing is, it's like it's a PC game, and you can't put it any other way. It's a PC game.
No, Grace, that's not it at all. I completely disagree. Because Cyberpunk,
Well, here's the thing.
even on PC, doesn't run well. They
They're
did
not
so
mention
little
well
to
on my
optimize
PC.
it for PC. And that's because you're
Not
running
to
it on
mention
low
Pretty well on my
settings.
PC.
You should be
Yeah,
able
I
to run
run
it at
things
higher
at
settings
less
than you
than-
have it at. But you can't without
Not
the
to
game
mention,
crashing.
it doesn't matter if the game was designed for PC. They also have been developing it for the PS4 and Xbox One for over 8 years now. There's no excuse for the way that game was running. I understand if you're pushing a game to its limit on PC, you know, because
But
that's what
even
Fallout 4 did.
Black Ops
That's what-
Cold War on Xbox One runs better than Cyberpunk.
And that's a game meant for next-gen consoles.
Right,
So-
entirely through and through.
So there's no excuse for Cyberpunk. I think what really happened with that game was I think they genuinely were focused about last gen consoles, you know, when they were still relatively new. But along the way, they eventually realized, hey, we can really push this game to make it what we want it to be now with these new consoles coming out. So they probably got, I would say around 2018, they probably got the dev kits for the Xbox Series S and PS5. And from there on, they were just focusing on pushing as much as they could with that game to make it what it is today. And because of that, they totally neglected the performance of the PS4 and Xbox One. And because of that, not to mention the fact that the game was also rushed to get to the holiday season, that is why Cyberpunk is having the problems that it has on console right now.
Right, and on
But-
top of that, a ton of people are seeing this as it's made for PC or it's made for next-gen consoles issue. But even Mutahar
then-
has been working his hardest, and I completely agree that it's not a matter of it's not a matter of this is made for this
you
console.
can have the
It's-
best hardware right now. You can have the best hardware right now to run that game, and that game just has so many problems. It has AI issues. For some reason, sometimes it'll have a little bit of a graphical glitch. Not as bad as PS4 and Xbox One, but it'll still have problem loading in textures. What's it called? Frame rate still dips, by the way. Not as bad as on console, but it still dips. There's a bunch of screen tearing that I saw in the Digital Foundry video. So that game just has a lot of problems on its own. But the main thing is the problem with is the fact that most people are experiencing it on consoles, and because of that, because of how shitty the console versions are, that's why people are saying it's so shit. Because
But
deep
even
inside,
the PC and next-gen versions are bad.
well, we don't know about next gen because the next gen versions haven't come out yet. Anybody who is playing those games on that game on next gen console right now, they're playing the backwards compatible version that just runs a little bit smoother.
Oh, the actual next-gen version hasn't come out
But
yet.
the actual next gen console versions aren't coming out till next year. So when those versions come out, if they're still having the same problems that are, in the PS4 and Xbox One, that's when I'm gonna just drop the ball on CD Projekt Red and said, hey, you're going too far. You know what I'm saying? But, still, they had no excuse to release that game in the way that they did. That game was obviously rushed, and I kept telling people on Twitter, on Instagram, that game needed to be delayed, but nobody wanted to listen. And now look at it. People are shitting all over that game, saying it's a bad game, when really, it's a good game that just has a lot of technical problems. There, that's my story on Cyberpunk 2077. That game it needs a little bit more time in the oven. That's it. But it's not a bad game. I would not say it's a bad game. It looks like a lot of heart went into that game, so.
Dude, the amount of polish there is in the story mode in that game is ridiculous.
Like I said, I know there's a good game underneath all this shit. But like I said, they should have waited. Like I said, I'm telling you, March of 2021 would have been a good time to release. Because nothing big is coming around March, at least to my knowledge. Nothing big is coming around that time, so they would have had an entire month to themselves, and people would have still bought the game. But no, everybody's like, we need it now! We need the game now! It's been 8 long years! And then they finally get it, and they're like, man, this game kind of sucks. No shit, it sucks. It was rushed. Okay, everybody went quiet. I don't like that.
Sorry, I'm focusing on this puzzle here, but yeah, dude, Cyberpunk is a mess, the launch. And it's definitely going to affect sales on the next-gen console, because who's going to want to buy the next-gen version of a game that was that bad on launch?
Man, that game's sales is already going to be affected. Forget the next-gen console versions. The sales of that game are going to be negatively affected now. Now, it could be the next Witcher 3, because The Witcher 3, even though it didn't have this many problems, you know,
Did that game
it still
come
had
out on like PC and
PS4 and Xbox One. Yes, it did, and it kind of came out with the same problems, just they weren't as bad as Cyberpunk. But they could pull a Witcher 3 and just really patch that game up to where, you know, now The Witcher 3 is considered one of the best action RPGs of this generation,
It's a really
let
good
alone
game.
of all time.
I've never beaten
Right.
it, but it is fun.
Right, so it could be the next Witcher 3 situation where The Witcher 3, that came out at a broken state, and then they managed to fix it up just enough, just in time to where it wasn't negatively impacting sales, but we have to wait and see. I'm still very hopeful for this game, but the way how it's looking right now, it's not a good look on CD Projekt Red. They were very disingenuous about this game. Like, I think the main thing with this game is, I know people
Let's
shouldn't
go.
have,
Sorry, I just solved this puzzle that was bothering me.
right. I think people should have not had serious major expectations, because I didn't think it was going to run this bad, but I knew it was still going to run pretty bad. I knew it was
Nothing
going to
that
run
crab
like
walks in development hell and then is eventually shit out on the market is ever going to be the greatest thing you've ever played. I mean,
right.
think about like Food Fight. You remember that movie? You know how
Well,
long that movie was in the making?
Well, the reason why that movie even managed to bring up production again is because the people making the movie, or who picked up the movie, saw that they had all these advertisement brands that were willing to sponsor the movie, and they just wanted to make whatever money they could left out of that movie. That's the only reason why that movie even came out in the first place.
Dude, it's
Because
crazy
I
that a movie
guarantee-
that bad had Charlie Sheen in it. Actually, never mind. No, it's not. Retract that previous statement. Charlie Sheen's in a lot of stuff.
But I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I think though to expect Cyberpunk 2077 on last gen consoles to run like, you know, to look as good as the PC version, I think if people were having that expectation, I think you'd have to be a literal fucking retard to fucking be thinking that kind of performance would be on last gen consoles, especially on the base Xbox One, because, you know, as much as I like the PS4 and the Xbox One, they're not good consoles. They're pretty shitty. They're just pretty average PCs. That's the best way I can put it. So
Yeah.
to
Dude,
expect,
I feel
like,
bad. Sorry, go ahead. It's completely unrelated.
I was expecting that game, honestly, to run like a Switch game, if I'm being genuinely honest with you. I was expecting that game to run like Doom does on the Switch, where it's a 30 frames per second game. You have pretty much all of these special effects taken out, such as bloom, motion blur, a high resolution. Cause see, this is what the game what I was expecting to run at. 720p on Xbox One, 30 frames per second, with most of the special effects taken out of it, so where it kind of looks like a dead city almost.
Yeah.
I expected the NPC count to be cut in half, because there is no way the PS4 and Xbox One is gonna have that many characters all in at once. You feel me? Like, impossible. So I expected the NPC to be cut in half, which it was, but still wasn't enough. And I expected the game to run at least at its lowest to be at least 20 frames per second, and not at 10-15 frames like how it is now. But I was not expecting groundbreaking performance on the last gen console. But anyways,
I was
enough about
expecting
Cyberpunk.
performance, period, on the last gen consoles.
Right. I wasn't expecting the game to be like, oh, it looks so great on the last gen consoles. I just expected it to run decent. Not even well, decent.
Yeah, I just wanted like Black Ops 3 on 360 quality.
Or like I said, Doom on the Switch.
Right, or Wolfenstein 4-disc version for Xbox 360. I forget which one that was, but there's a Wolfenstein game that comes on 4 discs for 360.
The New Order. It's the New Order. It's the
Oh, god damn it. I keep...
it's the reboot. What's it called? Anyways, I'm gonna download Stadia right now.
What do you mean?
Thought I was doing. Like, I'm gonna download the app on my phone so I can play games.
Oh. Right. Just make sure you're connected to your regular internet, because it'll...
I'm playing Cyberpunk.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure it's
I am
connected to your
connected to
regular
my
internet,
regular
because
internet.
if you connect to your data, it can use up to 20 gigabytes per hour.
Well, even if I was using my data, I got unlimited data, so
I also
I'm
have
not too
unlimited
worried about
data. It would take about 5 hours to burn through your unlimited data with Stadia. Unlimited data there is a number.
So then why the fuck do they call it unlimited? That's retarded.
There's an asterisk. There's not actually enough data for them to actually have unlimited, because basically what would happen then is people would use hotspots in place of routers, and it would absolutely eat up through their available bandwidth and crash the cell towers. It's just a little precaution they put in so that you know what I mean. So you don't get rid of your internet plan.
So in other words, they're cucking you out.
I mean, it's so much data that you can't conceivably burn through it on just doing normal, like listening to Spotify, watching YouTube. Even if you watched YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you wouldn't burn through all your data.
Right. Because it's not demanding where, unlike me who wants to stream a game right now on Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
Which I still think that's the main issue I think Stadia has to figure out is how can we compress that shit to where it isn't taking so much fucking data? You feel me?
Right.
But I don't think that's gonna be. I don't think we can do something like that right now with the kind of technology we got. But I'm saying that's something that they should consider moving forward with their Stadia plan, if Stadia sticks around for that long, which I'm doubtful.
Well, they have business plans all the way through 2023 for Stadia. Like, Google has enough money to sit on where Stadia will probably be around for at least another 5 years.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
I would say I'm predicting that Stadia lasts through this generation before they do some kind of restructuring with it.
I just don't understand, why didn't just Google just make a whole console? Like, I would have been fine just buying a whole console and they could have called it Stadia.
That would have been way cooler, because the problem with Stadia is nobody really understands what it is.
Right. Because they're marketing it, let's just keep it $1.50, it's not that good.
Their marketing is trash. It's gotten a lot better. They've focused more on no downloads.
Right, which is nice, but still, it's not.
People don't understand what it is.
Like, yeah, cool, no downloads, no stuff, but what do we have to do? Do we have to stream it like Netflix, or is it gonna be you have to buy the games? They don't make that clear because, well, nobody wants to buy a game that they have to stream. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that, and also, people don't know, whether or not they have to pay monthly and then buy the games, because that's what it was originally.
Right.
Which is awful. Oh my goodness. The idea that you would have to pay a monthly subscription and purchase all your games separately is absurd.
Yeah, I know, I wouldn't fucking do that.
Stadia Pro now is, I would say, as good a deal as Game Pass PC when it launched, which is they have 2 or 3 pretty decent games.
Yeah, there's some hope for Stadia, I feel.
Yeah, I think there is definitely, if Google sticks it out and they do some really heavy, they've been doing a lot of changes to help improve Stadia, but, if they do, some extra heavy stuff and, they really work on it, I think Stadia has the potential to be pretty successful.
They just better hope that they can make a fast enough comeback, because it's already been a year now, my guy.
They're already coming back. They sold a ton of copies with the, with the Cyberpunk bundle.
I say just keep, for them, they just need to get the main thing that'll draw people attention, and I don't want to be that guy, but it is the truth, is they need an exclusive. An exclusive that where people are just man, dude, this game just looks so kick-ass. I might even just do
Right,
double
Guild
dip on
looks
Stadia.
good, but it's not drawing attention as much as like Mario, Sonic, or even like Master Chief or
Right.
or
Like,
even
I don't
Nathan
mean-
Drake, who is by far, in my opinion, the least recognizable console mascot.
Right. Well, to the average person anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you know what I
you know
mean.
what I'm
Like in
saying?
terms of like versus Mario, Sonic, and
Pop. Right. He's not even close in that department. And
they need a
that'd
Sonic
be
game too.
Kratos.
They need Sonic games. What would be really neat is if they no. I was gonna say something about doing a Sega exclusive thing, but no, that wouldn't be neat. That would be
Well, I mean, that's what Xbox did when they first came out, and that actually helped promote Xbox pretty well, actually. Not like to groundbreaking measures, but like the whole idea was that a lot of Sega fans ended up moving over to Xbox because to them that was their Dreamcast too.
right.
All of the big Dreamcast games that were coming to the Dreamcast went to the Xbox, so
And
I
the
mean-
controllers are almost the exact same.
right. So in that case, I mean, it couldn't just it doesn't have to even be just with Sega either. It could just be with any company. It could be like, oh, for EA, they have like an exclusive Star Wars game that is must play. That's like canon to the actual story or something.
Right, something like
That-
I'm trying to think of like a series that's hasn't been used in a while, but still everybody would recognize.
Time Splitters.
That's not as recognizable as you would think.
Let's see, like, okay, here's what they could also do. Like, let's say, like, we'll use, what's a dead franchise that hasn't come back in a while? That I know is still has an audience. Let's see.
Halo,
Halo? Yeah, okay.
you know, because they haven't made a Halo game since Halo 3.
Yeah, because 4, 5, and Halo Wars 2 don't exist. They definitely do not exist. We don't touch those, and we don't talk about those. No, but seriously, what's it called? Like, let's say for example, we'll use Rockstar. You know the game series Bully, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if they go, hey guys, Google here, and we're gonna announce Bully 2,
Or
and
better
it's
yet, a Bully remake.
or a Bully remake that is exclusively on Stadia. If you want to play this Bully remake, you have to play it on Stadia. And as much as that'd be shitty, most people would probably double dip their toes on Stadia.
Right,
with
and
that big
especially with
exclusive
how
remake.
low the budget is for entry, like, you don't have to buy a console, you can literally just get it off the storefront and then use it.
That must mean something.
Right. So, yeah, like, they need, like, a big exclusive, whether it's a first-party exclusive or a third-party exclusive to draw people in. Because they've got games, just like, everybody can go play those games everywhere else,
Right.
literally.
They need to
So-
buy out something existing, and they need to make a new franchise that with, like, they need to make an iconic main character to be their mascot.
And it has to be, like,
Oh,
on a triple A
Pac-Man!
level.
Dude, Pac-Man! That, like, if they were to make a new Pac-Man world that was actually, like, on par with, like, Pac-Man World 2, and have Pac-Man
Right.
be their mascot, I would actually be really down for that.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Pac-Man's
still
an
have
iconic
Pac-Man
character.
games on stuff, but, like
Right.
from now on, like, they would pay money to Namco, which Google could definitely afford, to make Namco, to buy out Namco as an exclusive developer would be really expensive, because Namco is, like, they're not gigantic by any means, but they're a decently sized company. But if they actually bought out Namco and had them as an exclusive developer, that would be huge. And they made, like, new...
The thing is, you have to take into consideration is how would Japan like it? Because on one hand, that'd be a great idea, but
Japan, at this point, is really heavy into mobile gaming, and I think if in their Japanese marketing, they should focus mostly on that.
that's not what I mean. Like, what I mean is, the Japanese government would probably be kind of sort of get involved with that purchase, because I know American companies in the past have tried to purchase Japanese companies, and there have been times where, like, a major, like, somebody major in the Japanese government will try and get the entire government involved, and it becomes a whole mess. It just depends, like, if they bought Bandai Namco,
What if they bought Sega?
no, Sega would not be bought out by anybody. There is no way in hell Sammy is gonna kill their one revenue source that has brought
That's
them
true.
to
Sega
fame.
is like a huge third-party whore at this point. I don't doubt there will be a Sonic game on Stadia at some point.
Probably, but then again, Sega is that kind of company that doesn't really like putting. Well, besides
They
their
can't
classic
really
games.
afford to take risks.
Right. Mainly because fucking what's it called? They're in so much financial shit right now. Like, bro, Sega is so dead right now. They had to shut down their entire arcade business. The one thing that has kept them afloat this entire time, their arcade business, has been shut down. Like, not just one arcade, like, cause they earlier in the year they closed down one, like, the biggest arcade area in Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
They shut that down, and then later on, around this time, like earlier this year, like I'd say November,
Yeah.
it was announced that they were closing down their entire arcade business. After over 50 years of doing arcade games, they had to shut it down because they were going to go bankrupt. And so now they're filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So
Which
they're
is
going to try.
restructuring, right?
Right, that's restructuring. If it was Chapter 7, that's just Sega saying, hey, we're done. We're just paying off our debts. So,
Dude, if they ever file Chapter 7, somebody will buy them out. I wonder if Nintendo will ever buy out Sega.
maybe. It depends on if Nintendo wants to do something with their property, which...
God,
I mean,
imagine a first-party Nintendo-developed game like a Sonic game that was developed and produced
developed
by
by
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
That makes my
Honestly-
toes hurt.
Honestly, I wouldn't want that because I feel like if Sega was bought by Nintendo, the first thing Nintendo would do would try to shut down the Sonic community.
Yeah.
Which, you know, let's keep it a $1.50. That's all Sonic is really known for at this point, is his community and his fan base. But no, if Sega wants to make a game on Stadia, like, they gotta make sure, if it's a Sonic game anyway, that this Sonic game kicks the most ass on the other
I
platforms
think
to finally release it on Stadia.
I think that if they once they finish making what I think is the Adventure remake, it would be really sweet if they put it on Stadia as well.
Right. But I think if they put it on Stadia, what Sega is going to probably do, like I said, because they're in really financial shit right now, is they'll probably release it on the next-gen consoles, see how it performs on there, and if it performs just enough to where they can turn a profit, then they'll release it on Stadia.
Yeah.
Because it's too risky for Sega to release something on Stadia right now. They're just in way too much financial trouble right now. They're in the same boat that they were in 2013. Difference is that the only reason why they were in financial shit back then was because they double dipped their toes in the mobile market, which that backfired badly. So,
Yeah.
but still, getting back to the point of Stadia having a must-have game, like I said, mainly I think they need something first-party related more than anything.
Yeah.
They just need they need a Halo, they need a Mario, they need a God of War, they need an Uncharted.
Fucking, like, as much as I'm enjoying this game, Lydia is not the most iconic character in gaming.
Like, the game Guilt, like, it may be a good game, but it looks generic when you compare it to other games that look similar to it.
Right, it's
You know
not
what I'm
something
saying?
that really pops out and you're like, oh man, I'm actually really interested in trying that. It's more like, oh, that looks like a nice horror game. Like, I'll play it if I
Right.
get Stadia.
Right. That's the main thing. You gotta get people to try your shit out. Like, Stadia Pro isn't gonna cut it anymore. They need something else. So they need
They
a
need
must-have.
something. They need to add more third-party games to Stadia Pro, which will come if they add a good killer app first-party mascot.
I also say
Gex. They should bring back Gex. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I also think too that they need to start I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but they need games like Fortnite. They really
Yeah,
do.
absolutely.
They need games like Fortnite. They need Among Us. They need all of these big games, because that's another thing that Stadia advertises, is that they're very content creator friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
they're working with. They couldn't take the amount of developers that wanted to work with them to begin with, and they're finally starting to work on it.
Right. So they need to get games like Fortnite, Among Us. They need a Call of Duty. They absolutely need a Call of Duty. They just need also a lot of big third-party games because they're getting some of them, but not all of them.
Right.
And they're not like Nintendo because like here's the thing with Nintendo. Yeah, sure, they're not getting Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they're not getting Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, but Nintendo has enough brand recognition.
Not to mention how killer Nintendo's first-party games are. Like, they're so good that it makes people overlook how shitty of a company they are.
Right. They have so much going on with Nintendo. Nintendo has so much going on that they, for the most part anyway, don't need super major third-party support. They still need it, which I'm glad the Switch is getting good third-party support, but, like, they don't need the big guns like Cyberpunk to be relevant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I mean, for crying out loud, if the Switch can get Fortnite, why can't Stadia get Fortnite? You know what I'm saying? Like, they need those big games as well to draw in the little shits who want to play GTA 5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, Stadia has a lot of work to do, but there is a lot of potential for that service. I see the appeal. I like the whole no downloads, no updates thing.
Dude,
I really do.
love having infinite storage space, and you can take infinite screenshots and 500 clips.
Yeah, I like that idea. This is coming from a guy who cannot stand deleting games off of my PlayStation.
Right,
and
how
my
sick
Switch.
would it be if you could have literally because, like, I mean, it's to a point now where it's like, I paid for this game, I enjoyed this game, but I've stopped playing it for, like, a month. But I don't, like, I'm not done with it, I just want to come back to it later. But if I want to play this new game I got, I have to delete it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm on Stadia right now.
Oh yeah, there's a whole section for their pro games. Actually, hold on, time out. Let me get X out of it. I'll stream it to the Discord and read them off so that the stream can join with us. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure. Alright, I'm creating a profile right now. I'm gonna use this football guy.
Okay, store. Oh, add me on Stadia when you make your account.
I already have one.
Oh, add me on Stadia. Oh, sick! I can play Pac-Man Mega Tunnel free all weekend with Pro.
Just add me. It's my Xbox name. It's just Armani64.
Okay, hold on. Oh, goodness. Wow. There are not a lot of Armanis. There are 5 Stadia accounts that have Armani in the name. Five players with Sonic. 1 person with Cool. Wait, no. Hold on. They're still loading in Stadia players. 6 people with Cool. Let's just search the letter A. Wow. 32. Okay, what's your account?
Give me 1 second. Wait, shit, that's not good. Hold on, I gotta restart this whole thing.
Which icon? Wait, is your number 6463 or 3028?
Don't tell me my thing is.
What?
Hold on, wait. This isn't.
Alright, well, Armani's doing
Hold on.
that. I'm gonna get my water jug.
I'm deleting Stadia and re-downloading it because I used the wrong email.
Well, can't you just sign out?
No.
Alright. Which icon did you pick?
I picked the one with the football, with the guy holding a football, but I want to log into a different account because
You mean the guy holding
With
the
my
gun
other-
that's wearing football gear?
yeah.
Okay, I added you as a friend. Okay, but anyway, I'll stream it to the Discord, so you don't really need to, like... I mean, you obviously still re-download it, but...
Right.
Do you want me to read off the titles?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so games you get with Stadia. PUBG Breakthrough Edition, but there's no keyboard and mouse support, I believe. At least there wasn't for me. It only works with a controller, which is fine. I mean, you're kind of expected to have a controller when you're playing Stadia. Outcasters, Submerged Hidden Depths, Secret Neighbor, Into the Breach, Everspace, Monster Jam Steel Titans, Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, Sniper Elite 4, The Gardens Between, Human Fall Flat Stadia Edition, Dead by Daylight, Risk of Rain 2, Republic, I don't know what that is, Hitman 1 and 2, Hitman 1 with all the DLC, Gunsport, Super Hot Mind Control Delete, which is the sequel, Rock of Ages 3, Celeste, Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, which is one of the top-down games that plays like Diablo, Orcs Must Die 3, Panzer Dragoon Remake, a bunch of SteamWorld games, Guilt, and Kine. So to narrow that down into games that you've heard of and would actually play, PUBG, Breakthrough Edition, Secret Neighbor, Hello Neighbor, Sniper Elite 4, Human Fall Flat, Dead by Daylight, Hitman 1 and 2, Super Hot, Mind Control Delete, Celeste, Panzer Dragoon Remake, and Guilt. And then on top of that, they come out with new pro games every month that are all at least $15. And
So,
sorry?
hold on. My phone is being really stupid. Anyways, carry on.
But anyway, and they also have sales for Stadia Pro specifically. You get really good deals on games like Assassin's Creed Origins, which is a $60 game. You get for $12. Or if you can get the Gold Edition, which has all of the everything for $20.
Yeah.
Origin Season Pass for $16. Syndicate for $9 instead of $30. Or the Season Pass for... Or is it... No, it's just a game called Season Pass, I think. Or no, it's some kind of Assassin's Creed thing, I think. So, obviously not a ton of stuff, but...
Right.
It's getting there.
Alright, I'm about to try and download Stadia on my main phone. Okay, what is your problem now?
Armani, do you want me to hook you up with like an NUC so you can play Stadia?
What's an
Play the DLC on its own, and it comes with the multiplayer mode.
Oh, if you can play it on its own, then yeah, just download the DLC then.
It's $20. But that's how much it costs separate from the game anyway, so... I don't know. At this point, I'm just browsing around. I completely forgot I was streaming. I'm not gonna lie. Should we go back to Guilt? Or should I change the name of the stream and play something else? Why does it say 50 seconds now? That's weird.
Wow, Gino finally came to Smash.
Did he actually?
Yes, but not in the way people were expecting, and the internet is not happy.
What is he, like a trophy?
He's a Mii fighter. Ah man, just like good old Travis touchdown.
Oh
I
shit,
knew
there's a
he was
Nintendo
out there.
Direct today?
There was a Nintendo Direct yesterday. It wasn't really a Direct. Okay, you know the
Super
Final Fantasy
Nintendo World
character-
Direct 12/18/2020.
Oh well, I guess that. Well, yeah, I'm talking like a real Nintendo Direct. There was a Smash Brothers Direct that they had yesterday for the new character Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. And what they do is Nintendo, they'll usually announce a Mii Fighter costumes during a character presentation.
Mm.
So like when Banjo came out, they announced Sans from Undertale. So yeah. Also, Ark Survival Evolved 2 is a Xbox exclusive.
Oh, great. Dang, I was really looking forward to getting Ark Survival Evolved 2.
It's exclusive to Xbox and PC.
Oh, it's too bad. Guess I'll never get to play it.
Also, apparently Vin Diesel is the producer of this game.
Mm-hmm. He's also in it. I think Stadia should focus most of their marketing on children. As much as I hate to say it, like adding Roblox and Fortnite and like maybe free Fortnite DLC with Pro would be a good idea, because the low cost for entry with Stadia would be a great selling point for children.
Yeah, and parents would be like, oh hey, they could get all these other games too for pretty cheap.
Yeah. Dude, I got Stadia. I got a month of Stadia Pro, Cyberpunk 2077, and the Stadia console, which is a Chromecast Ultra, and the controller. All
Yeah.
for $60.
Yeah, that's
which is
that's
just
as
the
much
price
as
of
the game.
Cyberpunk.
Right.
Yeah. So, my internet's being a little shit right now. So we'll